what's going on, guys? Sunday here. Welcome back. Sunday here. You think I'm beautiful? Welcome back. Sunday here. I haven't seen wands like this in a while. Stabs that wreck-faced wizard zombies. Literally zombies that are wizards. It's insane. Look, Dumbledore! I'm a wizard too!
Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. So, 15 Jason did a bunch of fixes and added VOG mode, whatever that is. But it touched a bunch of stuff we patched. At the moment, it's messing with our target object position. Did he make some other changes? That dealt with a target object position. Now, unfortunately, stacked get makes the history here rather ugly. Although I guess if I just followed Jason Roar Master, I could get a sort of consistent view of that at least. But we don't have visualize target branches history. Yeah, so stacked git, everybody. I don't know. Yeah, I think SDG might actually be managing our master a little bit. Got position patches back here. I may have to suck them back. Jason said he implemented all reproducible things, and the stuff I was fixing was kind of hard to reproduce. Alright, it's remotes Jason Roar Master. Our last one we had was here. Okay, that's a server crash. Version number on startup. Lineage limit. Permanent held object is swept with something on the ground. Oh, that was server anyway. Lineage server, server. Well, this could have been container removes, because it's probably server. So this touched living life page. Fixed, so left, right. Oh, this might end up touching us somewhere as well. I don't think I ever touched bare hands. You don't die if your food goes negative. Okay, I don't think that'll touch us. Walking on road. Ooh, that's... we might have had touched. Yeah, it's just VOG. Anyway. We're looking for the screen update stuff to see if that was a... Oh, okay. So this was a change in cameras follows object, target, object, pause. Which... if VOG mode, target object pause equals VOG pause, otherwise it's camera file object current pause. So that is probably properly set up here. So now this is, was this added code or moved code? VOG players updates themselves. I think I Oh, okay, so this is all the server stuff. I'm mainly concerned with this. I may want to try and figure out what the heck VOG is at some point. But I want to try and do something different with the UI after we get the patches working. Okay, so this was a replacement to this code. So the proper, well, the immediate proper patch to that is to replace this. But, oh, and then this stuff is affecting the screen center player offset. Last screen edge push. We're tweaking that. And I think that code I actually just, like, transposed a bit from somewhere else. Is that going to screen center player offset? Was that touched at all? I don't think so. Okay, and that's all the stuff that affect there. There's a VOG I. Living life page, nothing that's going to touch us. Object picker. Anyway, I think that, well, I should check for other... Okay, so there's no more conflicts. And now I have to remember what I have to do to fix conflicts. So this is a both modified. And it seems like the like refresh was not doing it last time. Well, actually, a stacked git ends up getting all the git stuff. After a git rebase, yeah. Yeah, don't correct that, thanks. More tutorial updates. Yeah, that's not... There's how to undo it. STG undo doesn't do it. STG reset minus hard doesn't seem like quite the right thing. Doing a dry run. You don't care to deal with it at the moment. Cloudy day. Rebase. Fix. Git add update. This must be only updating existing files. And then STG refresh. Head and top are not the same. Now it seems like STG repair has gotten me into... Yeah, that was such useful help. All right, so we are back. So the problem here is that we are back one patch now. With this stuff modified. Staged. Yeah, with all of my screen edge push stuff. So essentially what we have to do now is we have to throw all that away. Push it back. Fix it again. And there's probably a way you could do that with staging or something. So that was a replacement for this code. But we have to add this before STG ever picks it up. Okay, it just doesn't work during rebase. Okay, so now we have to get through all the rest of the patches. Where are we? Because there's a couple of these that are just kind of debugging stuff I keep around. Nope. STG series. Okay, so that's OpenCL field and typing, curse assist. Oop, there's one. I still have to bump my version to make it use that, because I'm using a similar system to Jason is, though. So we're going to have a version update just because of patch changes. So we're in curse assist. No, actually I really want there. Oh, I had an entire function I extracted here. Oh my gosh, conflict with the entire feature. Well, that's just silly. Because, like, he added some code. Although, I thought he added this entire function. It's like, what is the bottom of this function? Oh no, it matched that with something else. Oh, which patch did that one? Action performed is a completely new function, which we don't have enough context here. Oh no, wait a minute. 19.7. Well, I may have added other things that moved the line numbers. But trailing name match is mine. Name matching is mine. Name completion is mine. Copy from map is his. So I don't know why this is in the middle of a bunch of other code. Or why it only considered this as... It's like, no, just take both, it's fine. Well, I think it's fine. No, actually, you're not even where we do that. I forgot to get this set up. Game source, we're mostly just, not necessarily running it right now, just making sure it compiles. Oh. We don't have that patch yet, apparently. Although this was some name stuff, so I'm sort of surprised. Oh, because that wasn't until, yeah, this is the curses, and then the other one added name database completion. All right, so there's no major errors there. Okay, so refresh that. Then this, and names back. So now we're going to have to clear the depths again. And then interaction modes is the current work in progress. But as far as publishing, having something publishable, that's what we need to update. So STG export, custom category to name assist. And then CD patches, we're going to want to patches master. I think it affects the README. It affects the changelog. I think I was actually, yeah, changelog feature changes. Well, get status. All of these had line updates as well as a few functional updates. And maybe I should actually test this. You know. Make and copy onelife.exe to build Windows OneLife 206. And I think I've still got that. Oh, no, this is going to link to 204, which is not actually what we need. So unpin that. Build Windows 206. And then pin this for our local working. Oh, that's right. I was in the process of building that. I didn't quite finish. Build server, package server. Package server run. All right, so the things we were concerned about were edge push, which something bumped that. And that would be curse name assist. So we were into some other weird stuff. Okay. So those are the major points we would be concerned about. No, that was in lock mode. It's screen lock? Oh, that broke screen lock. Oh no, because I still have the text box open. Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay. Patch conflict updates. We are currently at V10. Hit push. And now I should actually be able to kick off a build for the public one. Oh, but that's in this console. Okay, fine. Windows client fetch. Windows client build. That will take a moment. Alright, now, I was in the middle of UI experiments that I was not always super happy with. Now, admittedly, I was using some keys that may have not been super ergonomic last time, but it still got a little weird doing all of my clicks with buttons. Series... STG. Oh, this might run into this may have conflicts as well. No? Okay. Now I think he added some V interactions though. So we may have to deal with some of the keyboard things. Did I not add? Oh, right, I only did 3. I didn't need a 4th one. Okay, so that's fine. Jump camp. Our live object current position. Alright, so that's done. Windows client upload. And I should probably do a quick update post. Well, at least updating current version. 206.11. All right. Oh, but these are keys that are being handled by the switch. So we need to go into here and add this, and add this, and add this, and add this. So that all these new keys are allowed to start stuff. So that's a very, very simple update. So what we've got at the moment is the mode where we have buttons acting as alt clicks, and I found that was a little bit too much button. But I'm really afraid of modes. Yeah, so we did E, Z, or no, Z, X, and C, but X is something to deal with elsewhere. And I was trying to debug why the EAT key wasn't always working. So an EAT button might be a way to solve some of the clicking issues, specifically with preferring objects by default. So the auto run is one way to get a click that does not, or movement that does not pick up objects, but I still end up clicking a lot and picking up or dropping random objects that I don't like. But I'm concerned that a fully modal interface would be really hard to move between, like picking and eating. That could be solved by eat button. So as alternate clicks, I just don't have to use these. I could try making screen lock into full-on object only. Although there's the occasional... Okay, so there is a game called 1 Hour 1 Life. It is made by Jason Rohr, but the source is available. I have a couple of patches that I have made. What I'm trying to do right now is to resolve a couple of ambiguities in the UI where I will accidentally move when I wanted to pick something up, or pick something up when I wanted to move. And one of the things I'm always finding doing this in other projects like this is that it was the way it was for certain reasons, and improving it is hard. So I tried doing it hold to do different interaction modes, and I found that awkward. I tried doing it as buttons that only do certain kinds of clicks, and there's still some bugs I have to work out. And pressing buttons instead of clicking was kind of awkward. So I'm trying to think about how I make things work better. So I might have to add... So the basic idea that I'm working on is that there is... I don't know if I've got anything here. Yeah, you've got move, object interaction, people interact. Some of these have sort of sub modes where I'm still using left and right. Mouse buttons, and then I still want to work on that. So I'd broken out the things you end up doing. I hadn't really broken out what is it? What that is a protocol level? Is that in server? Oh no, we're. So there are the messages the server sent to the client and the client sends to the server. So I think the two-letter ones are primarily server to client. Container object, player update, player move, player speech, perhaps? Location says. And then the mystery of log commands don't really have anything. Player emote. Let's grid data, food, heat, lineage, name, apocalypse pending, apocalypse done, dying, healed, monument call, grave, curse token, pong. Okay, so this is a list of all the commands. Keep alive. Okay. So server commands are drop, use, and I should probably be list formatting this still. Self, to eat or clothing, or remove clothing in a specific slot. Pick up baby. Use on a baby or another person in general. Remove from a container contained in a piece of clothing. Kill. Jump. Baby. Emotes. Are through the text interface. Dies through the text interface. Acknowledged force position. Ping. Move is pretty much a move. And then sort of admin commands. And yeah, it doesn't even have VOG stuff here. VOG whatever. All right, so we're mostly concerned with drop, use, self. It would be like picking up babies, feeding other people, so we do have to have some way to interact with people. So we've got move is move. We've got objects. Well, drop could be a baby. Now, self is weird because it's both a person interaction and a object interaction. And then this is there, and that is there, and those are kind of special. Yep. So these are the things we really need to be able to distinguish. Although this one is also kind of a weird, ends up being a bit of a person interaction. It's sort of in that weird in-between space. So I don't know if that's actually going to be helpful or not. But I do sort of need something special to deal with that. Eating in particular, but you also need to be able to do the rest of this stuff. Oh, and I didn't like how locking mode worked with the special click kind of mode. So I think I had initially tried out fully modal, hold to move only, hold to object only, which made switching over to eat awkward. Maybe if I had an eat button that could be used at any time, and on top of a person mode I would occasionally use for other things. Now I think one of these was allowed to remove from clothing as well. Or no, index of the container contained in a piece of clothing. Maybe self removes clothing, yeah. But that requires a position. Holding food, I is ignored. Self removes clothing. So I almost want to say that would be a self action. Or maybe that's a person action clicking on yourself. Specifically. Or maybe we just leave that alone, but I won't use that mode very often. So what was my problem with this as modal? Maybe it was mostly eating. In which case we'd go back to living life page, we'd switch it back to modal, and then try to get the self button to work and add one, which going across that row is going to hit the V key, which conflicts with the recent code a bit. So these are special modes. Alright, so that means we want to do key up. So I actually know it was C. Or I was probably doing these alphabetically. So move object. That might just go back to eat, and then I use regular mode for people for the time being. I'm not sure I like that, but... Alright, so we're going to leave that as is. We need to do a lot of debugging on it. Z... is going to... Wait, Z... No, Z is move. Yeah, so we're going to leave that. We're going to remove all of the camera stuff and just say we do that. X was one that he had some stuff on. So we're not going to click. We're going to go into an interact mode and lock the camera until we release the key. And then we need to debug this, which is just using a self command. And sometimes not, well, that could be position patches. Oh, that's right, I wanted to suck in the position patches. Well, alright, let's get this much. I do want this to be in a useful format. And if I can get this into at least a somewhat useful mode, I'll go back, try to bring back position patches. Although that could be publishable, but anyway. We might just jump immediately to 12. I was thinking, is there anything else I need to add? No, you know, just those patches that Jason doesn't want to deal with. I mean, he did say reproducible, so I suspect they're just not things that are easy to reproduce. Oh, that's right, I shut down the server to publish that. I guess I hadn't hit listening to connections yet. Okay, so server reset. I'm used to running down because there was a pig up here before, but... Alright, so we are back to move only mode. Oh. Maybe we're not. Oh. That's Q. Oh. Right. Okay, so I don't have that stuff set up for this. Back to regular keyboard. So move mode. It's not... We still got text field open. So move only mode is a thing we can do. Object only mode is a thing we can do. We'll have to see if, and then that still functions in a screen locking format. And we still have standard screen lock if we need to do that kind of adjustment. And we've got an eat button that sometimes doesn't work. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Maybe it was while screen locked? And now it doesn't work at all. Yeah, so that's the stuff I have to debug. Oh, well, I guess I'm full now, but... Alright, so I want to make that my interaction patch for now. So notes. Percentile targeting. Well, I don't have a person mode right now. So our immediate things are that we have eat mode buggy, no key for person mode. And I'm going to have to see how the rest of the interface feels. Okay, now, this is going to be the maybe tricky part. Because I want to get patches back into stgit without removing the original branch or anything. And you know what? So I'm going to topic switch here. It's probably a good time for me to take a break. Oh, and this page does not look great in high contrast mode. Just fine, it actually is daytime. Yeah, I will be back in a few minutes. Environs. Oh, that looks like a... Look at little baby items.
It's the end for him. Ready to fight
Fuck
to
me.
the
I
death.
guess I'm gonna stop.
Another.
Oh.
Oh, okay, so yeah, I guess the gravity's getting a little bit weird. Maybe I need the trailer for stability.
Or I don't know, maybe it's time to like just bring a habitat and stuff down here.
Well, I did a habitat up there, and I just wanted to get the...
I am just
Handy
seeing that
trailer.
trailer doing barrel rolls.
Okay, install this in the... Okay, I'm just gonna say... Do that. Rescue mayors. Carry him no. That's his bed, okay, rescue mayors. Carry him to the bed in the mountain, basically.
Welcome back. Let's see, tutorial is the closest thing to a description that's not just a straight up. Importing patches. No, this is a patch file. Getting patches upstream. Interoperating with Git. Needs revising. View a diff. Export mail. Fold. No. Creating a patch. conflicts. Pop a patch. Well, this is for two different patches. Undo the failed merge. Manually resolve the conflict. Git add. STG refresh. Doesn't work during a merge. Or a rebase, I guess. Tracking branch. Rebasing a patch series. Rebase merged. Oh. Yeah. Importing patches. Yeah, that's STG imp. Well, by diff, email. Yeah, okay, so that's not really helping us. STG help. Branch, delete empty patches. The applied patches into the stack base. I want the opposite of that, maybe. Push or pop to the... Okay, well, that may have been a handy thing. Name of the next patch. Next patch. Show the applied patches modifying a file. Previous. Push stack changes to a merge-friendly branch. Pull changes from a remote repository. Turn regular git commits into stgit patches. STG uncommit help. I don't know if it removes them or just turns them into patches. Committishnum -- patch name 1 patch name 2. So I guess that'll be one for every patch you name. But is that top down or bottom up? I guess you just go one at a time. Okay, so git branch. We've got position patches. Actually, I could probably just... Man, okay, I'd still have to get them into stgit stuff. So I could try to rebase this back onto position patches. It might be easier to do a Well, I wanted to say merge. Exclude the commit. Commit-ish? Uncommit to the specified commit, excluding blah, 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 blah. Yeah, if I do a merge, there's going to be a merge commit in there. I guess I have to exclude the merge commit. If I go down there and make a new one... Oh, actually, that's what I might be able to do. STG pop everything. Make a new branch on there. Rebase it onto this. Then I have STG rebase onto that. Then I could suck them in. Or we just make a copy of it as is. Export, import. All right, so get check out. So actually, I'm not entirely sure how STG handles. It says we're on master. Actually, this will tell me a little bit about how those get used. So that's master. Is master ST get the baseline it's working off of? Oh, there's so much stuff here. And I don't really have an interface. No, that's something else. But all the patches are down here. Maybe that's sort of like its internal tracking state. All right, well, that should make everything the same. So that's master is master. It says we're on master. Get check out. Position patches. Check out -B. So we have to init on this branch. Get log. Truncation and player updates. Automatic clicks. So I think I'm going to do this one at a time because I'm not sure how if that order is going to be top to bottom or bottom to top. I think I've actually forgotten what I originally called these. So STG uncommit. STG uncommit. So it's additional path clears, over truncation. STG uncommit. Continuous running. Automatic move as the character reaches current destination. Automatic clicks. End of path. And then git log. Oh, okay, so it's STG series. So this is with all of this stuff on it. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure how that would work, putting it on top of another STG path series. The easiest thing to do is going to be, so this will export by default to another directory. So now we STG, or just git checkout. And probably want to put them at the end and then maybe push them past some things. Although some of that, some of the debugging code might, well, some of the debugging code might still assume this stuff. STG series. So we're currently down here. So STG import minus help. I think there is a series option. Import a series of patches. Patches, position, patches, export, series. Okay, space and trailing white space. STG series, where did those show up? Oh, those showed up at the bottom. It's not a terrible place to have them, although I may have to update my other patches. But generally speaking, at least the git ignore would be handy for working in here. I guess I'm not going to be working with them too often. And now we have to check all the rest of the patches to make sure that they still work. STG push, look through heads, diegetic temperature, time transition hints, open safe field. Curse assist, name assist, interaction modes. Okay. Now we're back on master. We want to STG export STG export, and of course we have a big long thing at the start. That's probably almost a good enough reason to move it down. We have go to. Sync patches below target patch. That's optional, so probably. Well, it could go one or it could go all the way. It goes all the way. Okay. So that gives us an easier point to reference. So STG go to for me. STG export. Custom get ignore to name assist. All right. Patches master. Oh, I'm not in game source. Edit patches. We got 2 of these now. Change log. Includes patches for client position discrepancies that usually visible as draw inversion or can't pick up baby. And then edit patches master readme. So my client should almost be up there as well. And then we have fix auto clicks at end of path. Path over truncation. And let's see if we go. See, we're actually on this one. Do we have the patch description? What the heck are we showing here? Yeah, name detection. What the heck? This is not the current patch. Oh, this is patches master. Okay. We want to go back to here. Oh, I'm back in interaction mode. STG. Can I STG show? This does not include the commit description. But this is included currently, right? Ooh, STG does not import the description. Now is that the import process? Yeah. Save, do that again. Yeah, it could... The export process loses the commit descriptions. So somewhere back here, we should have the original branch of this. Yeah, that is a program called Chatty, which watches chat and will beep if there hasn't been any chats for a while, because otherwise it's very easy for me to lose track of that, unfortunately. And we've got logs, position patches. It's before stopping movement, so this will be the description for that. Let's see if copy works here. And then we want buffer. So auto clicks at end of path. Path over truncation. And additional path clears. Practice probably. Oh, no, if I didn't want people to talk to, I wouldn't be streaming this. I mean, occasionally with games, you'll say blind, don't give me spoilers, but we can still talk about what's happening. Test, that's one life. So now we gotta go back to patches. No, CD. Patch is master. Yeah, they're not exactly boxing gloves, but it is. My knuckles do get a little cold in the winter. I'm a cheapskate and don't like to turn the heat up. All right, so we have new patches. We have change log. Git add. I mean, really, anything in here should be fine. Let's see, include position patches. 28C. Oh, nice. Well, I guess that's maybe getting a little bit warm. But yeah, it's almost midday. And -2C. Feels like -8. Which actually has been kind of warm for lately. It's been kind of the single-digit -C. You like the cold, huh? All right. Okay, so nothing to commit. Git tag. Tag v12. You know what? This is. Yeah. Discrepancies. So now we have to include this again. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually build this. I mean, those should have been fairly safe, but since there were no conflicts. Okay, that looks good. So if I just drop this real quick, let's go ahead and fetch. All right, the build takes a little bit. All right, so that's the patch updates. So can we, oops, didn't save apparently. So I guess that typo's there until next time. Yep. That was annoying. So now can we do notes? So figuring out why eat some temp doesn't work is going to be kind of my next thing. So actually when that's done, it's done. Upload. So now I actually have to do a little bit of announcement maintenance. And I closed the forum page. Alright, so we update current version. Okay, so that one can wait. What? I must have closed it. Okay. Edit, patches, master, changelog. No, not changelog. README. Yep, that was not what I wanted. Well, I mean, I might want some of that stuff, but. So this is 206.12. Pulls in the client position discrepancy. And then these need to become heading, I think. Okay, so that's close. So preview. Okay, we still have some of the line truncation from the git commit messages, but okay. Copy that so we can include it in the main topic. And then go up here. I mean, that could really be summarized quite a bit from a user perspective, I guess, from a README perspective. As just, hey, we fixed some bunch of path bugs. But it was the easy thing to do. All right, so that's all updated. Notes. So buggy eat mode is the biggest thing that's annoying me right now. That's currently on C. So why would we could count as in motion. And we send a self message. Oh, and then I need to get a server back running. So we've got some stuff that we're logging here. So let's try a few. Get it where maybe the last ones are fails. Okay, so we come down here, pick something up. We're full right now. That's why that one's not working. So actually, I think I may have to turn hunger back up on this server and just be born again every time. When I was testing movement stuff, it was kind of annoying, but now I actually need to be able to eat regularly. Packet server configure settings. That gets used in Docker file, so we have package server. Build the package server. Okay, then run it. Okay, listening for connections. I don't seem to be losing hunger. Well, I guess I did start out with a good temperature there. That did not work. Well, or maybe I just wasn't cold enough? No, that didn't work. I should... Oh, nope, there we go. Okay. So eat. Okay, I'm full, but now I'm cold. Okay, so after moving... Yeah, so all that stuff should be where we're having our problem. Build to a 6, stand out. Use button on self. In motion 0. It's not a position discrepancy because we added those patches. The code sent use on self got client message move. Huh, so I sent 7 negative 10. It interpreted as 6 negative 11. I guess there's a little bit of offset in the player start position. And there was another move, which I don't think I sent a move. Wait. Did it like defer the move? Move 5, negative 10. Use self. Did it somehow defer the move message? Player update. Player move. There's that 611. Sending messages to player, move 611. But I'm saying use self at 7. What? Our live object. What does send x, send y do? But I thought I copied the self code. Yeah, well, that was a clicked. Oh. Maybe those are in different coordinate systems? And like, click dest is offset, but player position is not? Because, yeah, if click test is in screen coordinates and you have to offset by the map, but the objects are just sort of in global coordinates, which is why things get wonky if it doesn't reset you when you fly. Oh, yeah, you get born at perfect temperature. Gooseberry hasn't decayed yet. We still got problems with moving, though. Oh, well, no, that was... We're starting to get cold. Nope. So I once again see a bunch of selves. And then a move. Wait, maybe I should watch the logs again. Okay, so we're still here. I can eat that way. Got client message from move. Player move done. Wait. I'm not seeing any selves. It wasn't sending any messages. Well, I am sort of jamming a send in there somewhere. So maybe that's not set up in a place where it can actually sending message to server. Okay, so next action message to send does not just get automatically picked up. Send to server socket, bug message, ping message, keep alive message, out message, force message. Next action message to send. Pending action animation start time? Okay, stop move and animation has played for a bit. Then moving can start showing pending action animation. Not received from server yet. There might be some extra stuff I have to do to be able to send a message like this. So what else do we do when we mess with next message to send? Player action pending, waiting for Pong. Send bug report. Forced movement. We've been interrupted. Action pending false. So when he clears this, we reset those flags. Allow continued movement right away. But the pointer down actually arranges for that. Not in motion. Click on self. Next action eating. Yeah, so this is what I copied. There doesn't seem to be any setup here as far as other state. Unless it's somewhere in general up here because we're doing other commands. Now, this is pretty early in pointer down here. Mod click, last most over ID. I'm not seeing like any like state resets that would set things up. So why does it work when you click? And does it work when you click? I run out of berries here. But if we move, it doesn't work. But if we click on ourselves, it does work. What's the difference? And now that we've clicked on ourselves, that command works. Is it pointer move doing some setup? mcur mouse over person. That's global. That's global state. Prev mouse over spots. Current mouse over clothing index. mcur mouse over self. But I don't. I mean, maybe there's a state check for that somewhere, but it should just be the next message. Mouse over spot, mouse over behind. Fade outs. You or eat clothing tips around after we mouse outside of them. There's a lot of these, unfortunately. Yeah, so there's a self. There's ours. Bug report. Equals null, equals null, equals null, not equal to null. our live object, our current speed equals 0, player action target. Send to server socket. Wait until we've stopped and an animation is played for a bit. Pending action animation start time. Reset the timer. Better action. Send ping. Waiting for a response. Equals current time. Done moving on clients and pending action animation. Well, there's next action eating. Not player action pending. Next action message not equal to null. Our leave object not equal to null. Current speed equals 0. Where is this? Are we near the bottom of something? No. What function are we in? Something gigantic. As most of the functions here are. Maybe I should have gone down. This must be like state update or something, or step. Oh, this is message handling. Well, still, in a normal click, it shouldn't be that different as far as message handling. I don't think. Was it actually a return to ground? No. Oof. I should have gone for the end, apparently. Okay. Send ping. Current time. This is a step. That sends to socket. Not player action pending. Player action pending equals true. Not equal to null, not equal to null. Current speed equals 0. And is grid adjacent. Or equals. So in order to send our message, current time minus pending action animation start time. Well, if we didn't reset pending action animation start time, that difference would get larger and larger. We're checking for that being larger than a very small number. Yes, that number should get larger and larger if we don't touch it. There's an X server, Y server possible discrepancy. Send to server socket. So a map message, jump out right away. Move message buffer. Well, let's move messages, so that just sends messages to, actually, for what I'm doing, well, I do have to sprintf. So some of these do get sent immediately. There's an example of auto sprintf, send message. But when we do the other selfs, it's next action message to send. What setup does that need? And standing still. Well, this is in pointer down, which can in general happen on things that are moving. So somewhere in this gigantic function, oh, wait, there's an action target within p hit self. But that's in screen space. Wait. Well, that seems weird, because that was doing the send X, send Y fix-up. And then those are considered directly equivalent to XDYD. So maybe I do need to send XY. Alright, so that's the next test. But first, see if we even send the messages here. However, I need to find a new berry bush. Well, it regrew one. So if we go here and we move... We attempted to eat, we're not hungry yet. Now, is that going to the server? Oh, I guess it is. Okay, so for that, it was that discrepancy. Now, this is checking that it's not in motion. So we probably could send directly. And then we wouldn't have to mess with this. Send to server socket. So it's going to be something kind of like this. Send a server socket message. So the only question is, do we need to do the send X, send Y on these? Well, I guess we'll look at our coordinates and see if it makes sense here. Now I need a new berry bush anyway. Okay, so we move enough. Oh, that was the old character. I've got hunger all the way up. Yep. Oh, no, it actually dropped the berry somewhere. Okay. So we move enough that we're on a different screen. Or we updated the map stuff sufficiently. We're hungry. Oh, that doesn't trigger an animation. Or maybe I removed the next action eating. So apparently we do need to do this one that way. Because that's the only way to make this working. Or to get the animation effect on it. Is to have it go through next action message to send. And there's probably some other way to do that, if I knew the code better. That would actually trigger the animation stuff, although I think this ends up triggering a little bit of things. We'll also try the movement. Oop. You're going to be dead. The moving off screen, just to make sure that our coordinates are good. Or moving toward the map reloads. Alright, let's try changing map a lot. Alright, player's move is done at 1630. I did a self at 16-30. Okay, cool. So I don't know what that send X, send Y is about. Hopefully it's not a problem. I was off a little bit there. So that's the other problem with keys, is that they don't work if you're in say mode. But we're currently leaving the default clicks alone, so you can always do your regular click eat. And then we've got object mode and move mode that won't hit objects. And eat button will work on top of either of those. So I can run over, grab something, eat, and I can go back to regular mode to click on a person. But I might still want a person mode. We'll see. But further exploration, and this is almost like an off-stream, just thinking time. How do we... Okay. That's player mode, player, person tile. Yes, this is all like person mode stuff. That we need to see if we do that, or go back to thinking about this. And then how do you do backpacks, clothing? But we will make that and copy one life, D games, one life, one life. What's this next directory? Get status. Oh, I have to add that to my git ignore. I mean, or I could probably remove it at this point. Okay, that is going to be it for now. I'm going to be back after an hour and some for lunch to actually play the game. Try this out, see how it's feeling in person. Or in game. So thanks for hanging out for now. Thanks for hosting. Let me see if I can find anything to recommend myself. And oh, Are alerts not firing? Anyway, thank you. This is about when I tend to stream, so I'm usually doing 1 hour on life in the afternoon, and then kind of hacking on it before that. Let's try... I see. Looks like Don the developer might be just starting up to do some coding stuff. It's going to be more website oriented, but that's something I've done a lot of web stuff lately. I guess Elm is kind of web stuff. But if you're looking for someplace cool to hang out, that's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me. Goodbye, and until next time.